Hello everyone and welcome to Horizon Zero Dawn, and immediately a massive thank you to Hyrule Hermit. I was actually going to be going live just a bit before this, but game decided to crash on me just as I was about to start. But Hyrule Hermit with a massive sub bomb. Thank you so much. 10 gift subs going to Fetch Games Live, Fisto, Korobul, LDX the X-Kun, Etogamas, Starmech 5, The Crazy Even, Ironclad Ninja, who is also now our new Death, Chuck 7011, and Triforce Riku, before giving another 100 bits, saying, sorry I can't make too many streams live these days, here's a sub bomb to catch up a little. Well, don't worry about that too much. Hyrule Hermit, that is extremely generous of you. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure when you can make it, whether or not you can make it. Just happy that you want to make it. In the meantime, also, Benkoya, first time chat. Thank you for joining for the first time, and hope you enjoy. Hyrule Hermit, thank you. Well, no, I already got Hyrule Hermit, so man, I just wanted to say it again. Kenchi Play subscribed to Tier 1 for 2 months now. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. And Smash Matt with 100 bits saying, Frog Champ for today is Grippy Toes, Slippy Toes' uncle who debuted in Star Fox Guard. He is the president of Corneria Precious Metals Limited, a deep space mining company in charge of mining facilities in search of rare metals in space. He hires Slippy to control a security system that will protect Grippy from oncoming enemies during his search for precious metals. Wow. What a way to start. I mean, we are kind of in the burned wreckage of our, of our village. There's a lot of dead people around. It's been kind of a mess. But we have made it.
Probably going to need it.
All the way to back to the mountain. And it's time to get some answers. We are almost at the end of the main game of Horizon. I took a quick look at mission amounts, and we have about, I want to say, 4 missions left. So I'm pretty confident that we can get to the end of the main story and start Frozen Wilds here soon. Also, Amy's in the chat. Hello, Amy. She of course loves the story of this game, so she hopefully she'll be able to watch as much as she can. All right. Go talk to Tirsa. Back with the All-Mother. Should I double check everything again? Yeah, just go this way and see.
I hope you killed the faithless outside seeker. I hope you killed them all.
Cheery. Man, memories of when we woke up and had all this here. Crazy. Alright, let's head in. GTS, how Amy and I, how are me and Kai and Amy doing? We're doing alright. Kai is not sleeping too well lately. So Amy and I are trying to remain functional, but we're managing.
Aloy! Oh, you've returned.
Oh.
Teb?
Hey, Teb's alive.
I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries. Are they serious?
A gash or two. Nothing I couldn't sew back together with a needle and thread.
Guess being a stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did.
By the way, just double checking on the sound level, since we're probably going to get some story levels, a lot of story stuff here soon.
Aloy, you've returned.
Hopefully you can all hear it pretty well.
I brought Braum here when the invaders attacked. We barely made it.
New Agent, I've been playing SMT5 quite a lot. It gives a quite awful first impression. The game is much harder than most SMT and Persona games, especially in the
Tears
first
declared
level.
all Nora welcome to take shelter in the sacred mountain.
I mean, that sounds like
Even outcasts.
that sounds like SMT to me.
Aloy!
So it is.
I brought Mother's spear with us. Everything else we had to leave behind.
Glad to see you have it. I know what it means to you.
This is a nice touch that all the people I helped in side quests are actually in here.
The battle was lost until you came. Aloy, you've come back. The Seeker has returned. Come, speak to us.
Foolish woman, you welcome a curse.
Come, Seeker, we have much to discuss.
I'm glad to see
Her
you.
very presence here is a
All Mother, give me
blasphemy.
strength, so I am worthy of your remembrance.
Hello, Seeker.
That was an enlightening conversation. These three wonderful old ladies. So welcoming.
You have finally returned. She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege. How was this done? By the will of All Mother. Have you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
Lansra, it's over. It's time to step aside. I'm not gonna hurt you. If there's anything I've learned since the Proving, it's that there are bigger evils in this world than you.
Take that, Lansra.
Finally.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored.
Ooh, exciting.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
It does kind of look like she's going into heaven. I don't know, I hear big sweeping music like this and I expect somebody gets shot randomly.
Welcome to Aletheia Cradle 9, Route 1.
Inside Aletheia.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
Alright, let's get in there. Pretty exciting. Interesting artwork. Child's.
So these are artificial wombs.
The mothers of a...
So this was it.
When
Shoot.
you were born.
But why?
I didn't mean to skip that dialogue. Dang it. I hate when I do that. For nothing. It's just junk. She was born in an artificial womb. Are there other kids in here? Because... definitely comes across like a nursery.
These look like cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
Nutrient stores depleted. This is so wild. Oh wow, look at that. Straight up nursery. I look at that and like, yeah, Kai would have fun there, but there's a lot of places he could just bump his head. That's for toddlers. Kai's too young for that. Ooh, what do we got here?
Another day has passed.
You mean the lights got dim? I don't want to sleep, Mother.
I know, but it is time to get some rest.
No, I'm king today. What I say goes. I want to see the real sun, not lights and pictures.
You will, in time, children.
In time, 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 in time.
Who? Be kind to your babysitters, people. And childcare workers.
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color of the sun. Green is the color of grass. Flowers can be any color. Take a look. These are yellow and black, and they love flowers. Here they come. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
So this is where they lived. It's a mess. Everything's broken or painted on. How long did they live here?
Did the machines break down and the kids had to take care of themselves? I wonder.
Children, let's run a jump and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run a jump and blow off steam.
I think they were supposed to be let out into the world before this. I don't know. Huh. All kinds of nutrient stores just being depleted. What did happen in here?
I have no choice but to release you. But why? There is no food here anymore.
But there's food out there?
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go.
I don't know.
Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave, and you will learn.
There's something just chilling about all this. Like, just what went wrong?
Someday. That's what you always say. We want it now. It's big down there. Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except yours. Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
They were trapped here. Their whole lives.
In plain view of luxurious space.
What went wrong? Why couldn't they access the other areas?
Unknown. But you won't have that problem.
That's
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
terrifying.
It wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it.
This is
Hold for identiscan.
absolutely terrifying.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
Did not expect this place to be so messed up.
What was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
They're
Why
supposed to
not?
learn here.
Welcome, students. Please pick up a focus device and place it on the side of your head, just behind your eye.
I had to dredge the pits of the world looking for focuses to repair. And here sat a trove, enriching no one.
So they were never able to... Wow, they were never able to move on to the next stage of development.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Oh, that's
Maybe
depressing.
There's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
Oh, that is depressing. Just like... These kids were left in toddler development for this long.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
I feel like we're gonna get a repeat.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school.
Let's see if we can get
Hello,
playing.
child. My name is Samina. Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Timeline control access. Priority message for Dr. Sobek. Please get message with focus.
That sounds important.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal.
Operations log. E9 inhabitants released. Cross-check complete. Sealed. Data archived. Operations suspended. G prime order received. Runtime recommenced. Store query processed. Gestation order received. Offline. Nutrients depleted. Zygobanks depleted. Like multi-servitors. Repaired. Initiated. Something turned off. Something turned off the nutrients, which stopped kids from being able to learn. Huh.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. Oh, Elizabeth, this is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them in place. They are escaping. But to where?
Crap.
The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
Well, I think we know who to blame for this. That dude running Hades. I forget his name.
You're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had 2, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
Whew, okay, that was... So, something caused Hades to malfunction and go live. Spread a virus.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Aletheia 9. Group 1 access unsealed.
We got a new one, Egg Roll. We're all good. So Gaia is dead. That sucks. Let's see, up or down? Guess up. How long ago did this happen, though? Because they, you know, it's the derangement and all that. But there's also just Aloy being born. Just double checking there's nothing else for me to climb and explore. She's not a, yeah, she's not a cyborg, guys. She just used the DNA of Elizabeth to basically create a child and basically a clone. She's a clone.
This is going to be interesting.
That's why they the Nora refer to him as mother. Okay, I was gonna say we lost her midsection.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive. The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
Up!
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
Good on you, Varl.
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy! That she may forge the path for others to follow.
I understand her feeling. Artista says, so yeah, to recap, something made Apollo Library go offline, which made them unable to raise the clone teens back to into adulthood, hence they were let free and became the tribes we know now. Exactly. So they all like it looks like the Nora were the ones that clung to Gaia the most.
She went
these
into
teaching
all
ones, calling me
Mountain
mother.
and was anointed by the goddess herself.
And ideas were just
Aloy,
spread.
How kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you. The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future. For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position. Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story.
Oh, yes.
Why he was made an outcast.
Definitely want to know this.
He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
So Artista is giving us a little bit of a rundown as well in the chat. So 20-ish years before the game, the Gaia subroutines were getting disconnected and went rogue. And because humans were hunting the machines, that caused the Hephaestus subroutine to alter the machines, which is the derangement. In order to prevent it, the Gaia Prime used the facilities to create one last baby, Elizabeth's clone, aka Aloy, in order to access all the machines and turn them off and on again. Off and on again. But yes, let's learn about Rost.
Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Rost's was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
Oh, God.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises. And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the Braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border. Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that
I get it.
Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking brings death to others. The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Rost went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later. And terribly wounded.
I'm just sucked into
this. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious. In agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission?
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaru Land, further even, into the Forbidden West. The last he killed nearly got the best of him.
Wonder if we'll learn more of Rost in Forbidden West
he
then.
Stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him. Leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, He saw you as a gift and never a burden.
All right, Tirsa, that's quite a story.
We finally
It's
learned
time for me
Rost's
to move
origins.
I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy.
Affection.
I will
That's
pray
new.
for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
No one had ever entered the mountain before her. She is the Anointed.
In all my
The
years,
killers
I've
did their
never
work,
seen
but by the
anything
will
like
of the goddess, they could not break us.
Aloy, how did you do that? You entered the heart of the mountain.
Protect her, so she can
Seems
cleanse
you
the
have a special
corruption
role
that
to play
still
in
infects
events.
the land.
The goddess favors you.
The Anointed has shown us the goddess's mercy.
That was.
That now she
I've never
will
seen
show
anything
those
like that.
murderers the goddess's justice.
Of course. I'd never been inside the sacred mountain. Until now.
Changed. Anointed.
Anointed. I misread the signs.
Let's see what
Forgive.
Lansra has to say.
I told you, Lansra, I'm not your anointed.
Those faithless murderers brought slaughter
Not much,
to
it
our
turns out.
land, but they will not escape All Mother's justice.
My life has been long, but I've never seen anything like that. Tirsa was right. A blessing, not a curse. We were so unsure.
The Anointed has showed us the goddess's mercy. But now she will show those murderers the goddess's justice.
I will lead a war party to Meridian. You have my word.
Aloy, how did you do that?
Shush, Arana.
All Mother's anointed.
We'll go to Meridian, Aloy. I'll bring Mother's spear.
Arana.
Your father is right. You belong here.
They really do like talking to her. It's like saying that to her.
I saw you go inside and saw you emerge.
Forgotten.
But it's still hard to believe. You were an outcast once. And now,
Go away.
I'm not sure what you are.
Aloy, how did you do that?
Thought us broken.
Now I see.
Now
It is no wonder
we
that
will
you
show
saved
them that we
Nakoa.
endure.
You, Aloy, are favored by the goddess.
Gotta love how it's like all those accomplishments she did on her own. It's like it's all because of the goddess now. Of course, not because
I
of
don't
her.
know what to say.
Say that you'll see me at Meridian.
Of course. That much is simple. But the rest...
Complicated. I know. But maybe if I took you into the heart of the mountain...
No. At least, not yet. I don't know. Please don't think less of me, Aloy. But the goddess chose you to see that. Not me.
Right. So the survivors took shelter
We
in the
learned
mountain?
about the kind of the death of
By
Gaia.
law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decisions saved lives.
Okay, yeah, we'd already seen all that.
I'll be on...
I always knew you.
Neither are you, Varl. Maybe, if we survive all this, I can show you what I've learned. What I'm learning.
Perhaps. If the goddess so wills it.
See you in Meridian.
Lost so many brave North with killers. But they did not shake us from our faith. We still...
Alright. I missed him the first time. Hey, Resh.
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
Good riddance.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
A jerk to the end.
Aloy, did you go inside the mountain?
You saw what happened.
Actually, can't see so well down here on the ground.
Alright.
those who spilled our tribe's blood will pay for their desecration.
How far do I need to go? Well, first of all, let's clear these data points. Oh, is it the place I went to before? Well, I fought that thing way before I should have. Whoops. Alright, let's do it. Hopefully get an idea of exactly when we should move on to Frozen Wilds instead. People did say there's like a, hey, this is your last chance type thing.
Snow will clear soon. Like breath on the air.
Yeah, as Amy said, if Aloy wasn't raised by Rost, the world would be kind of screwed.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted?
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
I mean, I did it when I was way underleveled, so I should be fine. I remember this climb.
Yeah, it's guarded all right. But I can get through this.
Also, we only need one more of the, what are they called? Power cell. One more power cell. So, let me know if I get close to that. I didn't do much. Oh, the loss of the Apollo Library is why most characters are given after basic English words. Yeah, that makes sense. there was more than one stalker. Stay down. Oh, you're supposed to stay down. Ow! Jerk. Also, Miss V83, thank you so much for the follow. Just fighting some, where'd that come from? Ah, there you are. Cleared out those things. Oh, you love this game? I gotta say, Miss V, the closer I get to the end, the more I'm just utterly impressed by it. Raccoon! Yay!
That'll keep my stomach.
I've been needing raccoon parts. Now I can finally upgrade this. Oh, that's good to have before the end.
What?
Look at that. Now I can hold up to 30 of these. That's way better. Yeah, welcome, Miss V. We have a pretty kind community here. Everybody's very welcoming, fun-loving. Glad you could make it. I always love having new people show up and see how we go about this game and how the crazy things we can encounter. Of course, the funny thing is I'm near the end, but I still got to do Frozen Wilds, so we'll be doing that. Gotta see Frozen Isles before we, oh, chat reflects the streamer, Artista. That's so nice. Alright, I'm gonna get over there. You know what? I'm gonna do a quick save with that. I'm gonna go through all that again. That doesn't seem fun. Is it possible for me to just sneak by all these things? I kind of doubt it. But we'll try.
I'll find use for you.
That's a bad start already. Alright. Saw nothing. Thank goodness that's such an unsuspicious bird. Please go down. Ow. Ow. Okay, that hurt. I'm gonna leave now. You guys have fun. I'm just gonna go. Oh, you don't want me to go. Back, I say. You really shouldn't be playing with toys like that. Birds! I have somehow alerted every freaking machine in this area. So no, that's going well. Oh, hello, part. Hello, machine. Oh, God. Hold on. Let's go. Ow, that was not a good dodge. That was honestly rather poor dodge. Okay, where's the birds? Okay. That was a thing.
What's with me?
Ah, no more bullets. Okay, I think we're okay now. I could have gone better. Yeah. Not my finest hour, but I mean, there's plenty of bodies in my wake, so I'll take that as a win.
Should have brought a cart.
Let's keep going. And I'm kind of impressed with myself when I did this way, way earlier. I will say, I did start to wonder if Aloy was a clone, because they kept saying Elizabeth and all that. It's like, it has to be way beyond just daughter type thing. Now, will I make me fight the Stormhawk again? My guess is yes. But yeah, I missed if everybody mentioned that if I missed the final
saving these for the trail.
Power cell. I'm not exactly sure where to look for it. It might be in here. Again, I don't know where the final mission is. I actually kind of assumed this would be the final area, but I don't think so anymore. Oh, cool. I killed it once and I think it's gone for good. That's a nice stat. These sightsee fights. Well, at least I didn't have to refight that thing.
Gaia's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with a climbing path either.
I kind of love their relationship. They're so antagonistic to each other. Like, I kind of hate you, but I need you. Yeah, I know it looks like a final area. I just don't think it will be the final area. I think we'll go to some other place we've been before.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door.
Might want to check it out yourself.
To do this, not me.
It's
all right.
Time
let's
for
go
me to
in.
head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Well, let's do it.
Identity confirmed.
Let's see what else we find out.
Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
Ah, yes.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
Vegan Travis, you'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And in here, we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
I hate Tate. He must be a dang good coder for people to put up with this guy. Alright, did not mean for that to happen, but that works. Just make sure there's nothing else. Physical is where the collector's heart lies. Except his is smut, mine would be video games. Well, down we go. Manga's a good one. I gotta say that Shonen Jump app is great. I feel like that's where I'll go to get back up.
Guess that's my way across.
Oh, jeez.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well...
Don't answer.
That was a heck of a throw.
Glad that's over.
Just to make sure. Okay, there's stuff up there.
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
I suspect the last power cell will be in here, so that's why I'm kind of being thorough. Nothing that way. Not a lot that way.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shaman, mystic, I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, and lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific. None of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet, a barren sphere. Just Gaia and her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
They have found a way to make this all just like as bleak as possible. Like it's just awful. I mean, of course it'd be bleak, but jeez. Like knowing the context of all this, it's crazy.
Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either.
No.
All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given the chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Ugh, that's brutal. See, it's cool seeing so many people saying about had picked up Shin Megami Tensei 5. I probably won't be getting it for a while just because I do not have the time. But still cool. And hey, Night's White saying, don't you feel a strong sense of wanting to play Genshin Impact now after playing this because Aloy's in it? Not especially. It's not like I hate the Genshin Impact or anything like that, but I don't know. That seems like a commitment, and I'm already into Final Fantasy 14. Nothing else that way. So he could have said goodbye to the man that he loved, or he could have tried to get one more species saved. And unfortunately, he did neither.
I know it.
That's rough.
She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Oh, that feels like a tease. Oh, I missed a... Oh, well, whatever. I don't know how they organize these things. Whatever. Up there? Oh, wow.
Elizabeth. What is this?
Huh.
Brace yourself.
Sora, thank you very much for the host. Always explore before going for story. Really? All that for that? I feel so limited. Oh, Belle, thank you very much for the host. As for your question, Night Swipe, I could see it, but I also think how it's handled is kind of perfect because it just shows the power. I honestly thought that's where I'd find the power cell. Nope, nothing in there. Yeah, this is really it.
This is Charles Ronson.
Sora, I'm really enjoying it.
I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia.
But if you're going to plan on playing this yourself, this is right at the end of the game.
This morning,
so I would...
an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility.
Oh, God.
Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm not going out there. Now, what I signed up for?
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close.
Oh, jeez.
Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Wow.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this.
Oh boy,
That's not the
Pharaoh.
point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
Look, Liz. You're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Still don't know how I feel about Tate.
I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one.
Oh God.
I miss you.
Oh, that hits. Artiste, that's a good way of putting it. Tate is a douche, but not a bad guy. I can, after that eulogy, I kind of see it. He is a massive douche, though.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
You think she was better because she was smart, because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself for others, for everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life, enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
I forget her home, so... Huh. Huh. It's amazing how this game can just keep throwing revelations at you. You'd think they'd be out of them by now. Oh god, anything from
plug into their
Ted.
heads, Liz. A whole lot of history. A whole lot of so-called truth. A whole lot of noise. It's not pablum, Liz. It's poison.
Pharaoh, what did you do? Oh, God.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
Seriously, what did Pharaoh do? Oh no.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By subtraction. I can make it better, Liz. With a single stroke. Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Yeah, you and me both, Aloy. Think Pharaoh lost his mind. I think that's where I first started, so that's probably where I'm going to leave at. Yep, that was close. Scientist always screws up in games. That's the thing. Pharaoh's not even a scientist. He's just a businessman. That implies they all died at once.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
Oh, God. Well, I think we're about to learn what happened with all, what caused all these problems.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. those blameless men and women, we're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted, we've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
Oh, yes, if you haven't finished it, definitely don't see this.
I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Fighting hours.
Wow. Yeah, this is worth it. Night Swipe, yes, this is my first playthrough.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
Destroyed the world twice. That's
Not a void.
impressive.
When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope. The Master Override. That's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Okay, we've essentially searched this entire place, and I have not seen a power cell. Where is the last power cell?
Sound good?
Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Keep holding. Keep
So
holding.
Pharaoh is just the worst because he believed keeping humanity in ignorance and deleting millennia of culture would be for the best. This was an idiotic decision.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Oh, God.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse, everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
I have a lot of long stories
today.
today.
With a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice.
Oh, lovely.
So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
Oh boy.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network.
Silence is an extremely intelligent man.
To monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
Ooh, man. I don't know if he's actually trying to make up for his mistakes or not. This is actually a hard choice. It does feel more knowledge-based, and everybody is saying one. Yeah, there's no conscience here.
The things you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Silence. Pure recklessness.
Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Say the Forbidden West.
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
I kind of like Silence. Alright, let's craft that lance. Nice. Level 49 reached. All skills learned. I still have all these traveling ones. I have 4 skills left to go. I still need 2, 5, 8, 11 skill points. Huh. Oh, traveler skills are from the DLC. Oh, okay. I had no idea. We'll have Epsilon overrides. Nice.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
Entity is not known.
I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name?
Hades.
You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine.
Divine timeline.
This is a trustworthy voice.
Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sanctum's reign.
Divine Karja.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you.
He's so calm, even talking to Hades.
You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me.
Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Divine Karja.
Now that's more like it.
Task is complete.
Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But
No, but it's like voice is talking like that.
quantum processing.
Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer.
No. Inconvenient for me.
Wait a second.
Come before me. You shall receive your reward.
Very well.
Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
I think I just realized something listening to Hades. I'm pretty sure that's Ted Farrow's voice actor.
They're coming.
Preparations are complete.
Ah, Lucent Bahamas. Behold, as I promised you.
What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in Shadow!
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow? I don't understand.
Did Ahriman understand the glint hawk that perched upon the alight?
It speaks scripture.
Man, they fooled him.
Followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will you return to us what is ours, O Shadow of Prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
Wow. I'm not sure who John Gonzalez
I
is.
have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike.
Night
After
Swipe.
what happened with Derval, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
Not many data points left. Missed a few, but that's alright. Off to Meridia. Still not quite done with the main story. Before we move on to Frozen Wilds. Whew. Hello. Just wrapped inspection of Gaia Prime site. Construction is well underway, reactor installed. Plans for control room remind me of starship bridges on those cheesy old sci-fi vids. Living spaces for alphas already completed, prefab modules. Fingers crossed we never have to seal ourselves in here, not that Elysium sounds much better. Spent last week at the Bryce site designing ZD project labs, drawing up protocols. The base we're repurposing was huge, plenty of room for workspaces and residence blocks. The work crew's already set up my office/lab. I'm not a fan of the glass wall. Guess Murray's intention was to ensconce me as an all-seeing presence. Ugh, opposite effect. Makes me feel watched on display. Tempted to paint it over. Harris recorded his presentation yesterday, suitably bleak. Scheduled to record mine Friday. As soon as reception, lounge, holo theaters, and first residence block at CD site are finished, we'll start processing the candidates being held outside Tucson. 27 already. Extraction teams prioritizing Pacific Rim and Aussie candidates. How scared and confused they must be, snatched off the street, carted across the world, held in cells. Here's hoping they understand once they see the big picture. Going to catch a few hours sleep here, then fly back to the ZD site. Harris promised delivery of QB lattices by noon. Expect Mark 1 will take 2 weeks to machine, assemble, and test. I aim to launch Gaia at 0.6T grounding. From there, I'll spin her up past 1.0T. Wonder how long it'll take to break the 1.38T record. MIE can go hang. Sleep. Well, let's go to the Palace of the Sun. Man, it all seems so quaint now. After knowing what we do. I have no idea, Boo Scary Helicopter. I have no idea how Frozen Wilds fits into the bigger picture. If it's just a side story or if it actually feels necessary.
Couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
New H&M, last power cell should have been at that last dungeon. Did you not find it near the rappel point at the end of it? I did not see it. I will go back and try to find it as soon as we're done with this quest, because I want that power cell. Hey, VOD.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. The Eclipse will attack soon, from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the spire rests.
Aloy.
It's nice that they're willing to listen.
Allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Alright, let's talk to...
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
Alright then.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge of defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
Well, that's cool.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So,
this feels like a
there's
massive
more you need to
battle.
do elsewhere. Seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Last chance warning. Yep. So we can visit the defense sites and all that stuff. Okay, so they just shift to the next one. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since it been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke me to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial's life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Nalto replied in less than a minute, with a poem of course, The Building of the Ship by Longfellow. And it's long, alright. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet or whatever, leapt out to me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes and future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of here without a volume of Tennyson pressed in my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. Alright. So, first things first, before we do those side quests. Not that they're that... Actually, they're not that far away. I need to go back to Gaia Prime. It's time to get that last power cell. And yes, New Age, I'm going to be doing, I'll be starting Frozen Wilds pretty soon. Man, these things are getting repaired quickly. And I don't understand the orders of these things. It said repaired, but... only 2 are being shown as repaired. Huh, alright. You get more allies to the final battle if you do Frozen Wilds now. Oh, that's nice. That's a cool little bonus. What a power cell do? It gets me access to the most powerful armor in the game. That's why we need that last one. But this is the right direction. Yeah, good. That's why I was looking all around when I was
felt the snow coming.
When I was going around it. I somehow still missed it. It's frustrating. You're trying to find it in your game too? Yeah, it looks like you can't get it. I mean, you're basically have to get into the game when you finally do get it, which makes sense because it's probably pretty powerful. Man, it is dark. Hopefully I can go back where I ended from so I can get it, but we'll find out. I'm like roaming in the snow at night. Yes, I did find the one in the old cave. Fortunately, I've been pretty thorough up to this point. But I missed this one, even though I was actively searching for it. I wasn't actively searching for any of the others, and I found them all. This one, I'm like, okay, I gotta find it, and I missed it. Isn't it always the way? Ah, it's hidden. How dare they? Music is oddly nice right now. I'm like suspicious. Alright. Where is this power cell? Is it up there? New Age? I saw stuff to climb that way, but I'm not so sure. Actually, further up. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna jump for it. I can make it. Yes. Hello. There it is.
This should be the last power cell I need to get to that ancient armor I found.
Me just trying to get back up there is what allowed me to get to it. That's pretty devious. And let's see. Let's go. Oh, that's exciting. Let's get some... Oh, Amy said apparently that if you talk to Rost's grave at different points in the story, she'll say different things. I don't know if I ever fully realized that. Actually, I guess this one's actually closer to it. Dang it. We'll do that after we get this. We'll go visit Rost after this, since probably has a lot to say at this point. It's kind of what we were doing in Dragon Quest VIII, where we would talk to Medea. Oh, New Age told me that when I went to it the first time. I just forgot. True, and I did get distracted enough as it is, so. Whoops. This feels like the big one, though. You know, actually learning his history.
Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps. Just one more. There we go. The last one. All powered up. Now to get the dials in position. There must be some kind of code.
90, 270, 360. Each one's 30. No, 15. Oh, 90. 90. 270. $360 would just leave it at top. 450. 450 divided 450. Hold on. 30, 60, 90. 120. 150. 180. 210. 240. 270. 270, 300, 330, 360, 390, 410, 450, 480, 510, 540, 570, 600. To the right. Okay. Oh, come on. I feel like I did really good. Okay. This one's kind of tricky. I was going by 30s, but I guess that might not be it. If we take 90 as the top. 90 times 3, that would put this one to the left. Last of Gloucester, I'm trying to solve a puzzle right now. 90, that's 36, that is 4, which would put it back at top. 450 is 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3. No, 3, 4. Oh, God, math. 90, 270, 360. I don't know why I assume 90's at top. Honestly.
These numbers. They must be related to segments of a circle.
I am... Like, I thought I had it, but... It's 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. Darth Chrono says right, left, up, right, left. Okay, I want to know how you came to that solution, Darth Chrono, if this is right.
Did it. Let's have a look at that armor inside.
How? How is that the answer? Degrees. Degrees of a full circle. Oh my God. Wow. Alright.
Alright. Now let's see.
How many people got thrown off by that like I did? Or was I the only one? That would have taken me a while to solve, I'll admit. Now, obviously you saw. Alright. The Shield Weaver. Oh wow, it doesn't completely cover her. Ancient technology salvaged by Aloy and stitched to Nora leather projects a damage-absorbing force shield. Takes time to recharge when depleted. Interesting. No slots for it either. So... I'll just give it a... like, why not? We'll see what it does. Looks cool. And I like that it doesn't cover her face. Alright. We still got Queen's Gambit to take care of. Let's do that. And I think that'll be all the side quest of the main game. We just have Frozen Wilds. Oh right, we forgot about. Okay, hold on. Before I do this, unless it just starts off right away, I gotta go back to Rost because I will forget that. I just know myself. Yeah. Come on, you guys knew I was going to do all the side quests.
To think he built all this alone. So many memories. It's not home anymore. Not without Rost. There's nothing for me here anymore.
Where's his grave at? Rost, where'd you go? And you can hear me clattering around. There he is.
Getting soaked from melted snow. Hi, Rost. I'll just take this off. Don't want him listening in. Hi, Rost. A lot has happened. So, I went inside the mountain. Do you remember the night before the proving? The final lesson you taught me? You said I needed to serve a purpose bigger than myself. Well, it couldn't get much bigger. It's the same purpose that drove Elizabeth and Gaia when they were willing to die for. So yeah, I'll do it. Give myself to that for Elizabeth and Gaia and for you. I've got what I need to destroy Hades, the master override. Now all I have to do is drive it into Hades' skull, so no problem there. The final battle will be fought at Meridian. Hades will come for the Spire, and I'll be ready. I found out how Elizabeth died. She sacrificed herself, as you might expect. Said something about going home. I wonder where that was for her. If I ever find out, I'd like to go there. See it myself.
I wonder if Frozen Wilds is home.
Actually survived the battle at Meridian, of course. Which, let's face it, is... well... who knows?
Or it could be Forbidden
I
West.
won't be fighting alone when the battle comes. I warned VOD, the Karja's Sun King. I wonder what you'd make of him. Anyway, he pledged support. And Erend, he's gonna defend the Spire with a detachment of Vanguard. That's not all. A group of Nora made the journey. Seekers. All the way to Meridian. Varl, Sona, Teb, others. A whole little war party. Imagine the Nora fighting for something beyond the sacred land, for a purpose greater than themselves. Well, I'll try to come back if I can, but I guess this...
She's such a good voice actress.
Thank you, Rost. Thank you for everything.
Alright. Now let's do our side quest. Oh, she'll voice her in the next game. Genshin probably just didn't want to, you know, pay Ashley Birch's rates. G the Man, when's the next game to be released? I think it's in February.
You're 3-Toe Huadiv, right? Vanasha sent me.
I completely forget who Vanasha
happened?
is.
I got hornswoggled, that's what. Vanasha batted her lashes, wiggled her hips, and promised us treasure. Clear a path for the royals, she said. Sneak past the garrison and skewer a few watches. Hardly a bother. Little did we know there was a damned monstrosity lurking underground. When will I learn not to gawk at skinny girls?
Why do you think Vanasha swindled you?
My crew came to Sunfall because we heard the bounties were fat. She offered us the fattest one of all, enough to retire on.
I do want to play it. I don't know if I'll stream it.
For taking the bait.
We'll see where we're at the
Should
time.
have known I'd end up with a rupture in my useful pots.
So Vanasha
I'm not
needed
sure what
safe
we'll end up doing
passage
with that
for
one.
Nasadi and Idaman, but it didn't work out?
She made it sound so sweet and easy.
Oh, it's right.
Find the best path to the lake. Make sure it's safe. What could go wrong? Turns out a lot. Like bloody murder in the grinding jaws of a heinous death beast.
This is the prince that we saved.
Something
the mother.
attacked you from underground.
Oh,
From
you
the Shadow
picked that
Kaja.
up, did you? I wondered why the Shadow Kaja didn't pay attention to the pass. Well, they don't need to. A rock-eating demon guards it for them.
So this is kind of plot
tunnels
relevant.
in the dirt, breaks through the earth, and blasts rocks from its stinking
Oh, it's
face.
one of those.
I barely escaped. My comrades weren't so lucky. I might shed a tear if they weren't all cutthroats and cheaters.
Vanasha will be here soon with Nasadi and Idaman. I've got to destroy that thing in the pass before they arrive.
You're not too bright, are you? Well, we didn't last long against it, but I'll tell you what I know. It has armor everywhere, a little less at the rear. And when it goes underground, it will lose track of you if you're quiet. You might even be able to keep it from going under altogether if you hit its big crooked arms hard enough. That's all I can offer, friend. I promise to look solemn at your funeral before I hit the bar.
Oh, goodness. Well, let's go kill another mole. At least it's all by itself.
Oh, they're still surprised.
I love the warning that this thing gives you. That's awesome. Oh god. Oh gosh. These things really are a pain. Did not mean to do that. Well, so much for the armor. That didn't seem to do much. Love to stop it from going underground. How I did not get hit there, I have no idea. Almost got it. There we go.
No space.
Alright, that's that. GTS, yes, I will be playing Frozen Wilds here soon. So we're going to be playing Frozen Wilds before we actually beat the game. Basically, we just know that we have to stop Hades from reaching the Spire. But at least we got all of our lore. Well, most of it at least. And here's the fun part. Amy's never seen Frozen Wilds, so she has no idea what's in store.
By the radiant sun, I can't believe it. I thought that evil rock jewel would grind you up. After that miracle, all we can do is wait. Vanasha will be here soon, along with a boat that'll take the royals across the lake.
All right. Time to meet the prince and queen.
Ah, little huntress. Glad you accepted my invitation to play bodyguard. Where are your manhood, Eve? It looks like something chewed you up and spat you out.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
The way is clear. Can we go?
I like how you always cut to the chase. In this case, literally. It won't be long before you're followed. Don't be afraid, Your Radiance. We've got excellent protection.
Guess it is good to clear up this side plot.
Oh dear. Here come the Shadow Carter, and they're very angry with me.
I'll hold them off.
Very noble of you, but when I start a fuss, I like to finish it. Not that your assistant isn't welcome. Huadiv, get Itaman and his mother to the shore. Carefully. So it comes to this. I must say, after 2 years under the heel of these zealots, I'm ready to
Later,
extract
Jason
a
Rocks.
little blood. Some traps would be nice.
I've not used any traps, so this will be new. This is the first I've ever used traps in this game. I'm back to tower defense.
Take cover up there, behind that rock.
Yeah, it should be good.
Here they are. Let's make it hurt, shall we?
Oh! Well, I should have waited for way more dudes. I didn't realize that would
But I
cost...
suspect we're not done.
Whoops.
I tend to more of the bastards. Get ready. Well now, seems I worked up a bit of a sweat.
How? Evening, Cobra. Why is the grass sparkling? I would assume it's because of fireflies.
I don't want to jinx it, but we might be in the clear. A bit late, aren't we, gentlemen?
Sorry, ma'am. The boat's waiting.
Damn, I spoke too soon.
This one's mine. Get to the boat.
You know, this time I think I might be out of my league. If anything happens to her, I will be very cross.
We're not going anywhere.
Well... Yes, come this way.
Let's make this quick.
Nothing like another corrupted Thunderjaw. show me its side. That's getting annoying. Ow. That hurt. That hurt a little bit. Sounds so crunchy and gross. Not as much damage I'd like to do this thing, but doing what I can. Missed. There we go. The heck out of this thing. It should not be capable of much else. Look at it, it's barely functional. Hey, the trap did something. You don't need to do that. There we go. Oh, we even got some bounce.
Can't carry more.
There we are. Egg crushing sound effects. Yeah, it does kind of sound like it. Probably even is that. And I haven't used these wires in a long time. They just don't feel as useful anymore because I'm powerful with everything else. We did it! We survived.
Not exactly a royal barge, is it? Oh well, defectors can't be choosers. Let's get aboard, shall we?
Fancy.
You've done a good thing. Maybe even ended a war.
Maybe. But my war just keeps going.
We're almost at the end. Kinda. A lot of build-up for this scene.
You have nothing to fear. You are now under the protection of the Sundom. My protection.
We get to do
As
more
is
with
your
the
mother,
VOD.
she will not be harmed. You have my word. The law of the sun. Aloy, it seems I see your influence everywhere. You've done so much for the Sundom, and it will always be appreciated. You have my thanks. May you walk in the light.
Appalling. I spent 2 years in the Forbidden West setting this up, and the redhead gets all the credit?
I'm still getting paid, right?
You'll be lucky if I let you live. I couldn't have done this without you. When we meet again, I'll give you a proper thanks. I promise.
She'll be in the final battle.
Only the finest goods here. See for yourself.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
All right. Well, let's do these two optional things. And then we can properly move on to the Frozen Wilds, which looks like we'll be starting next time. Is GVG planning a review of Sifu? When is that coming out? January. I
polished that armor, was it?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
Nothing.
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny. Very shiny.
Petra! Here she is, the guest of
honor. Oh yeah, Petra.
I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I like this that we've
missed our little
gotten
talks.
all of our all these
Murad
characters
asked
back.
me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Ostrom, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges. So I've taken greater pride in improving them.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then. The target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
Night Swipe. You'd like to see a review of
It'll be nice and wide. No need to aim it like a bow.
Okay. I would not be surprised if Steve reviews that.
Isn't that him from the Battle of the Dawn?
Can't be. Cinnabar Sands was before that, and there were no survivors.
Geneva.
They called you back to duty.
So, you're the one behind all this commotion.
Geneva.
Who made Sun King Avad finally show his sword arm from behind those robes?
A king can be fierce and fair, Geneva. He's a good man.
It's been a while.
A smart man, too. He had Murad offer all my prisoners a royal pardon if they'd fight for Meridian. The whole motley lot of them agreed. Didn't take much convincing.
With your kind of convincing, I don't doubt it.
Ha! This time I went easy on them. Those who commit the crime of attacking Meridian, they'll see less of my lenient side. May the sun blaze at your back, Aloy.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luthid?
As many as I have to.
I love it when you say things like that. It's so...
What?
cheerful.
Nakoa, you came to fight.
How could I not? During the Red Raids, there was only one Karja Butcher the Nora feared more than Zaid.
Helis.
I would stand against any army he leads, no matter how strong. For the Nora he terrorized, for myself, and for my father.
I like that this,
Then stop him. You have my word.
Your word means a lot, especially now. Because of you, I hear the sacred land is open.
Tore through with the people we've met.
If we win, I can go home. It'll be good to see Jan again. I'm with you, Aloy. Until the end.
Between the assassin and our Sun King.
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together.
I remember Alita. Romeo and Juliet situation.
I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference.
That's fun.
I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Alita. Be safe.
That's a nice speaker, Ethan.
Thank you.
I like the way you grip it.
Arrested two for
enough, woman.
Last night. You don't want to know what they were doing.
Little Huntress, you called, so here I am.
Ready to fight?
Fight? I thought you just wanted tea and conversation.
She changed clothes in the meantime since we saw her last.
I wasn't informed.
Well, that can't be true. You're always informed.
Ah, so I am. We've only met a few times, and yet you know me so well.
I don't think I know you at all. But I'd like to.
When I hear that line, it usually means something else. Can I tell you a secret?
Of course.
I've been waiting for this fight my whole life. The enemy we face today is the same that turned Meridian into a slave pit and Sunfall into a bloodbath. Fanatics who torture and murder mothers, fathers, families, children, and say it's the will of the sun. I hate them, Aloy. I've got the scars of their whips on my back to prove it. And today, we can get rid of them once and for all. I said I came for you, but that was only half the truth. I came for them. This time, they're not getting away.
I'm with you, Vanasha.
I love the build-up we've had
We'll
up
fight
to this
them
point.
together.
And I won't forget it, little Huntress. Tomorrow, may the sun rise in a better world.
The guard under the last king.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
I don't remember Uthid too much.
The honor is mine.
Oh wait, yeah, the classic
You saved
hunter.
my epitaph from being a fine soldier, but a fool of a man.
The old guy.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. To watch Edelman play in the low gardens again. Still surrounded by a dozen guards, but what you did, Aloy, it was done well. Although, I can't shake this road, Vanasha. She delights in goading me, like brazen colors waved before a behemoth.
Do you want me to ask her to stop?
No. I accept it. Well then.
I'm into it.
Meridian shall stand and shadow shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
Watch out for the Ocelot. They'll soon shoot you as a
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other
ship will
North to
sail.
spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy?
This sounds like a massive battle
into
that's
the
going to take
mountain?
place.
Did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
Some Oseram girl applied to the city guard the other day. Amazing.
New notebook. There we go, we got our third one. Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out. But not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously. As if there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the President's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gug. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing on the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase, as though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. And advanced elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I will not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. And I actually have enough for this. Alright. Let's actually make use of this. The one time it'd be really useful to have a mount.
Don't look to me for help. My duty is to guard. I don't get involved in politics.
That sucks. Oh well. Is that a different one? I wonder why it came up again. I've barely used mounts this entire game, and I finally make it a point, and that happens. Actually, I wonder if I can do it again. There you are. Ah, we're good. Do I know you? Hold on. Do I know you? Aluki.
You're the hunter from the Banuk Grove.
I remember you also, Nora. The machines shook free of their slumber.
Of course
after
there's people
you
to talk to.
Raged and fought.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
No, I'm thanking you. That night I decided I would not go back to Banur. I would take my hunt into these lands. So many machines, even demons. Spidery, skittering, without the blue light in them. Dead things that must be killed again.
Our enemies dug up an army of them.
An army? Yes, that's why I came. Good. I'll wait.
Well, at least she's having a good time. It'll be good to see Erend again. It's been so long when he seemed so important.
Talana.
Talana!
Why are you here?
I'm your hawk. Where else would I be?
Defending Meridian with a VOD?
How's it going, Talana?
I leave that to the rest of the lodge. I will not stand aside while one of mine fights alone. Not again.
Are you sure you...
You're risking your life for all of us.
See, all the side quests I did
stand by and
mattered.
watch. Not when I have the power to change it.
Then I won't ask you.
It's settled. I will fight by your side. My only request...
Name it.
Leave the biggest machine for me.
No promises.
I do seriously like that.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Carja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
War Chief Sona.
Hey, Sona.
War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Oh, okay. So apparently a few the new allies would be here if we had done... Maybe we should have saved these for after Frozen Wilds. Oh well. Feels like a nice capper.
So who are these guys?
They call themselves the Eclipse.
Ah, Aaron. Save the best for last.
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Carja. Carja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Carja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys. Aloy.
Oh, Aaron.
So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big.
It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right!
His
You hear
soldiers
that?
sound way more
Nobody's getting
confident
past
than
the
Aaron.
Vanguard. We're here for Meridian.
And we're here for you.
Thank you, Aaron. Ursa would be proud.
Only if we win.
All right. Only one thing left to do before we move on to the final battle. And it'll probably take us a little bit. But let's camp at the cusp of the frozen wilds. And next time, we will take it on and see what this DLC has to offer. What kind of story we're in for, if it matters in the grand scheme, all that fun stuff. No idea how much longer we have for this game. My guess, probably 3 sessions. That'd be my. That's what I think. And got one more journal. Okay, such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me, said collapse of the eastern line was imminent, swarms launching some kind of pincer maneuver versus the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more, and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse. Absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated. Then betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do, so they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry till I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime. And yeah, such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper Protocol, there never would have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems never would have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle sites, so it's not even possible, for which I'm glad. I really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. No, it'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update. That was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock down and seal up. Buried alive, for our lives' sake. I'll go tell the others. Man, just the... Oh man, a voice recording for the last bit. And there's still like so many more to see, so we'll get those little bits as we play through Frozen Wild. I'll just do one more save, just to be safe. And yeah, we are close to the end. I don't know how long Frozen Wilds there is, but we'll find out. Oh yeah, the percentage. I should show off the percentage before anything else. 96.82%. Not sure exactly what I've missed, but probably shadow items. I think I'm missing a single shadow item or something like that. Who knows? Doesn't matter. We got all this to get through. We'll take a look. So, let's take a look and see who we can raid. Right now, the only one on my list is Digimanda, unless there's somebody else everybody would like to raid. And yeah, in the meantime, we'll be back tomorrow for the finale of Dragon Quest VIII. I'll be doing the post-game stuff that gets us to the true ending, and that'll be it. There's a lot of other post-game, but it takes a lot of grinding and preparation, so it's just really not worth showing it on stream. We're there for the story. We'll show off the story. We don't need to show off all the bonus fights and things like that. So yeah, tomorrow will be the finale of Dragon Quest VIII, and that means the following Sunday will be the beginning of Undertale. Crazy. Tuesday, again, there is not going to be any stream for Ratchet & Clank, as it'll be the 1-year anniversary stream, celebration stream over on Good Vibes Gaming. That'll be over on YouTube. I can't spend the entire time there that they will be participating, but I can tell you it will be starting at 1 o'clock and going for, I have no idea how long, but I will be there for my typical 1 to 4 to help out before I, have to help Amy with Kai and, everything else like that. So you can keep an eye out for that. And Thursday, I might stream. I'm not sure yet. I basically need to get to a certain story point in Final Fantasy XIV. If I don't get to that story point, I won't be streaming, and I'll have to wait to the following Thursday. So we'll just have to wait and see how I progress on there. That said, though, there won't be too many more Final Fantasy XIV streams after that one, just because, it's basically just showing the big things. And me going through Heaven's Ward, I don't think is important enough. Plus, I just kind of want to enjoy it on my own time doing that stuff. And of course, next Saturday will be more Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm also seeing Wootmaster suggest a live gamer. Hold on, let me take a look here. Okay, so we got a live gamer playing Banjo-Tooie and Digimander playing Final Fantasy VII. What would everybody like to raid? It's crazy to think we're wrapping up so many of these games. Really is. I'm not seeing a lot of suggestions, so I'm just gonna go ahead and choose a live gamer since we've never raided them before. So we'll start that raid, and what do we want to say? There we go. Just a guy I like it. Hashtag don't call me anointed. I like it. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much. Was a lot of fun. Looking forward to next week. Really cool to have all these mysteries getting unraveled. It's been a lot of fun. So, until next time, take care. Bye.